Okay, so there's a lot of speculation out there right now in the AI SEO world about does AI content rank on Google? And from what I can tell, there's a lot of people out there that are worried about it. I get phone calls about it all the time from clients in my SEO agency. Hey, a lot of people are saying that this AI content isn't any good for Google, and I have to put fires out all the time. Yes, there is a helpful content update that a lot of people got hit with. However, I am under the impression, based on the data and the research that I have done, that Google does rank certain forms of AI content. What Google does not like is content that is spam or not very helpful, right? So as long as you're using AI tools to create a helpful piece of content that matches the search intent, that matches the content type that's already ranking on Google, then there is a very good chance that that article will get indexed and will see rankings, right? Now, will it rank on page one? Maybe. Depends on the keyword, depends on other factors, right? There's a lot that goes into SEO. However, I have come up with a process that does have a very high successful rate, in my opinion, to rank AI content on Google. And so that's what I'm going to show you guys in today's video is my process for writing AI content, optimizing it for SEO to the best of my ability. And this process used to take me at least a couple days, if not a week, to generate one piece of content. And so I've been able to develop a tool now that allows me to generate SEO content for my clients and for myself in about 15 to 40 minutes, right? So I can crank out 2-3 blog articles a day with this. And to further test this process, I'm gonna start a brand new blog with no articles, no domain authority, and I'm gonna start writing at least 1 or 2 pieces of content a day, publishing those articles on that brand new blog, and prove to people that yes, it is possible. Because I see a lot of these human content detectors out here. People run their their AI content through there. It says it comes back 60 to 70% AI generated content. They get all concerned, and then they go back and try to reword it or try to use AI to make it as human as possible. And I'm here to tell you that a lot of that stuff that you're freaking out about does not matter, in my opinion. So with that being said, I'm going to actually go over my process, and we're going to start with a brand new article, a brand new keyword. And today's subject is going to be how to make AI not sound AI. So you can see right here on Google Trends data, this does look like it does get significant search volume. There is some trending data. So that's kind of my process also for looking at keywords. Anytime I'm going after a blog article, I'll look at the keyword and see if there's just even any data that shows up here. And if there is, that tells me that this article has at least 1,000 to 10,000 searches a month. I don't use keyword tools like Ahrefs, SEMrush, or anything like that. So I just stick with what works. Google Trends worked well for me for a long time. And I'm gonna pull up my tool here and just get right into it. And so this is a tool that I've developed that's able to fetch Google results for any keyword that I want. And then I can analyze those using my process to generate a really nice, highly researched AI piece of content. So with that said, I already have the keyword loaded up here. I fetched 30 results from Google. And the next step is I'm going to select which articles that I want to analyze their SEO to generate an outline, okay? So this is going to be a multiple step process. So we have Reddit right here. I'm going to skip over that. There's SEO Surfer with their article. Quora, I'm going to skip over that. This one, WordTune, learn 5 proven ways to bypass AI detection easily. How to make AI content or AI text undetectable by Bluehost. And you can see right here, there's another one. There's Write Human, Undetectable AI Humanizer. Actionable tips, avoid detection in AI writing. I think we already have that one. Originality, we already have that one. Quora, OpenAI. So that's going to be a forum. I don't think I'm going to use that one. I think we're just going to go with these ones right here. Let me pick one more actually. Airdrops. We're going to go with that one. And We'll go with that one, why not? So now I'm gonna analyze these. The tool is gonna go out, fetch these pages that I've selected, and then it's gonna parse their data, right, for me so that I can further, analyze certain elements on the page and stuff like that. So with that said, I'm gonna let that run for a minute, but just to show you guys right here, you can see right here, this is Prano's Bakery. This was a client of ours, and I wrote this piece of content for them, which is, let me see here. Nope, let's go back, click the wrong button. Clicked it again. Let's go right here, click on this. Wedding cake topper ideas. So when you go back and look at this, look at the queries, look at the search volume, this article alone right here, what do people write on wedding cakes? I wrote this with AI, and it was several months ago. And you can see it gets clicks, 1,600 clicks in the last 3 months, 31,000 search impressions. It's ranking for simple wedding cake sayings, what to write on a wedding cake, very, very simple terms. So you can see right here it is, right there's the article. And when you look at the article, completely 100% AI generated. I think it took me longer to find the keyword than it did to actually write the article. And I will say this, some of this process is picking the right keyword, right? You're not going to use this process to rank for things like what is SEO, best SEO tools. There's a lot of competition out there. Anything that's in the medical field, anything that's YMYL, your money or your life, that's a whole other subject. It requires a lot more work to be able to rank for those style of keywords. So let's get back into it right here. I'm going to go ahead and just run a general SEO outline. So I'm going to generate that real quick. And I'm going to close out these tabs and pull up a markdown preview. So we're going to do let me see here, markdown preview. We're going to generate this live because a lot of my text gets generated in preview. So here it is. Let's just look at this. Brief introduction, understanding AI content detection, why make AI detectable. So this might be a very good outline. Case studies and examples. Okay, so I could put that in there. Let's just throw this in here like this. I'm going to copy this one and I'm going to generate another one just to see. So the first step of this process, I like to just generate an outline. A lot of basic data here. Let's see what else it did. Using descriptive prompts. Okay, let's do this. Boom. This looks pretty good, okay? And so this outline was generated from what is already ranking on Google, right? And we're gonna go back here to Google, or to my tool here. And now I'm gonna do a research prompt. So this is gonna get loaded into this tool here. And by the way, this is a custom tool that I've coded to be able to accelerate the time frame of my writing process that I've been developing for the better part of 1.5 years now. So we're going to generate an outline here for this. This is going to give us some research data, and give it a second here. All right, so now I have this research data. Let's see here. And let's check some of these external links here. So this is some research data. So part of this research phase is also figuring out what external links out of what's already ranking out there, what external links might be good to add in our article, okay? If you think that you're just gonna take AI and say, write me a 1,500 word article on how long do, turtles live or whatever, right? And it's just gonna generate this 1,500 word article and you're just gonna be able to lick and stick it like I see in a lot of these YouTube videos, you are sadly mistaken, right? There's still gonna be a little bit of back and forth, and you still wanna review the content and what you're putting into the content to make sure it's gonna make sense. It's still recommending this, supporting brands, okay. All right, we're gonna roll with this. So this is basically like my research, right? It's gonna have in here, content gaps, demographics. So who am I writing for, right? Who's the audience, right? The goal, right? What's the goal of the article? The call to action. So this one's download our free guide to humanize AI content today. One of these articles that I've analyzed has that in there. So I may want to create a guide on, a step-by-step process for humanizing content. Not that I'm really that concerned with it. There is a little bit of a process to humanizing content. However, I don't spend a lot of time on it, right? I do review my content before I publish it, but this process helps me get it to a point where when I read it, it looks like somebody actually wrote the article. So I don't know how these human AI or these AI detectors really work, because I generate what I consider really good pieces of content with this. And I mean, I've hired writers before, and I haven't tested this, but I bet you I could go out and hire writers again to generate some of this content. And some of it probably still would come back AI generated content, even though it was 100% written by a human, right? So we got this here. We got this outline here. We'll go ahead, drop this down. We got some research data I'm about to put in up here. Boom. Okay. So you can see I got my SEO title right here already written, my meta description. These are my primary keywords. This is my general strategy, my audience challenges, right? Goal, tone, content gaps, search intent, and then the content type, which is really important. Search intent and content type, you're going to hear me harp on a lot, because if you're not matching the search intent and you're not matching the content that's already ranking out there, then what the hell are you doing, right? If Google's showing you for that keyword that 90% of the articles on page 1 are listicles, and you write like a how-to guide for that keyword, Google's not, you wrote a how-to guide when we're trying to show the user listicles, right? So keep that in the back of your mind when you're doing SEO content, right? So let's see right here. Let's go back to our prompt. I'm going to load up one more last prompt right here. And the reason why I haven't done this all in one prompt yet is what I found out with AI. Kind of one of the big secrets that I've figured out to writing SEO content when it comes to AI, right, is that sometimes when it comes to your prompts, less is more, right? And I used to have these really long prompts that I would feed AI and try to get all this data back in one shot. And what I found out is that if I took that prompt and I broke it down into segments, and it was able to just focus on that one segment for that query, right? I would get a lot more efficient data back. And then I would take the next part of the prompt and run it through there. And because it was able to just focus on that one task, it was able to do that task much, much more thoroughly. So take that into consideration when you're writing your prompts. Maybe you're feeding it too much of a prompt, and break your prompt up into sections and try to run each section one at a time. And I bet you're probably going to get a lot better data back. So that's a little tip for you when it comes to just prompt engineering and stuff like that. That's based on my experience with AI. So take it for what it's worth. Back to it. So let's see here. We're going to run this prompt. We're going to do SEO title, meta description. I'm going to copy this into here. So we're going to go down to the SEO titles. We're going to go to, okay, we're going to load a prompt here. We're going to write the enhanced outline prompt. Okay, so we're going to copy this in, SEO titles, boom. We're going to get the word count, which the average word count is going to be 2,300 words. So we got that now. Boom. We're going to go for the audience insights right here, which is audience, boom, 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 content type, boom, boom, boom. Actually, you know what? I'm going to put that right here. Boom. And then we're going to get rid of this persona for a second here. So we do have internal links, right? So these are some common anchor texts that are used, right? AI content detection, humanize AI content, avoid AI content detection. So I may want to consider that at a later date. But right here, this is my external links. I'm going to put this into this prompt. And again, the goal with this is to generate the ultimate SEO outline, right? So we're going to go down to my external links here, put this right here, secondary and primary keywords. We had that up here. So we're going to put this in there under secondary and primary keywords. search intent and content type. So it's going to be a how-to guide, right? How-to guide. And then search intent, I have it again down here. And it's going to be an informational with the touch of transactional, right? And again, this is based off of real-time search results. The trick to building, though, a better piece of content is to be able to analyze all these articles and then find out what the content gaps are. So these competitors often lack real-world examples and case studies. I just showed you some real-world examples and case studies. So if I want to, I can add additional information to this prompt, which I'm going to right now. I'm going to show you here in a second. So this outline as a guideline, and then a boom. So I'm going to go back to my markdown previewer here, go back down to my outline that I generated, right? And I'm going to go to boom. The only thing I'm going to change in this is the conclusion on that outline. I don't really like having I don't like to rehash the main points of the article or anything at the end. I feel like that's totally unnecessary. So instead here, I'm going to put a call to action, and it's going to be download our free guide to humanizing AI writing today. We've done the research. We did the general outline. Now we're going to have the SEO optimized outline. So what this is going to do is it's going to take the word count. It's going to break it up. It's going to take the external links and place them in the relevant sections of where they need to go. And so then I'm going to be able to put this into a big prompt that I can run through ChatGPT and generate a really, really nice piece of content. So here we are. Here's the introduction. What is AI detection? What are AI detection tools? Boom. And you can see it's broken up. It tells the words, right? Right? So it tells the AI, this is going to be able to feed the AI and tell it for each section, write this many words, right? So I'm going to run this again, generate outline. Okay, let's see here. Okay, I see what the deal is here. Links, and generate the outline. I'm trying to get this to place the external links in the relevant sections. So it should be in the prompt there somewhere. This is running for a second here. I got to fix that GUI. Okay, what is going on here? Let's delete that. Okay, let's try it one more time. Again, this isn't perfect. This isn't a perfect process, but there's a few bugs and tweaks that I have to fix. I just haven't fixed them yet because it works pretty good for me for right now. Okay, let's do this. Let's just try. Let me just try it real quick without the outline in there, which just generate the SEO outline. Sometimes putting the general outline in there is just too much for it to handle. So let's just see what it comes up with on its own. There it is. Okay. All right, there it is. It placed the external link there. It placed the external link there. Let's copy this. Boom. Okay, so now we're done with that tool. Now I can actually take this and review it in the Markdown previewer. Okay, so what do we have here? All right, Humanizing. So there's the SEO title. Boom. There is the breakup of the outline. So let's go ahead and take this, copy this into here, and we're going to plug this into our prompt. So I'm going to put this right here. Boom. I'm going to take the keywords again. I'm going to put those in the keyword section of the prompt. And again, some people may laugh at this and say, this is too much work to write SEO content. You know, if you want a really good quality piece of content, then this is what's required. I'm going to keep developing this tool to make it faster and faster at what it does. But for right now, there is some issues that I worked through, but I mean, it used to take me a hell of a lot longer to write a piece of content than this. So to me, this is gold. To some people, this might be too much like work. If it is, blogging is probably not for you. So back when I used to write articles by hand, it would take me 2 or 3 weeks sometimes to write one blog article. All right, so that's in there. We're gonna do the word count. which is going to be 2,300 words, right? And we're going to get the how-to guide. I'm going to copy that, and we're going to get the search intent again. So there's that. So now you can see we're going to write a compelling, informational with the touch of transactional how-to guide article, following the outline instructions for the keyword SEO title, right? So right there it is. And let's see, what else did we miss? Keywords list, boom, boom, boom. Now, I do like to add a persona. So Perplexity is really good at this. I'm going to put my bio in there. So I'm just going to library, continue with Google, boom. And then I'm going to go ahead and search the library. Write a bio, boom. I'm going to scroll down, and I'm just going to copy this, right? I'll show you this here in a second. So we've made it all the way to this point. This is where the exciting stuff comes in. Boom, boom. Okay, so now I have this huge prompt filled out with data that I pulled using this tool right here and some prompts, right? And now I can take this prompt, and again, this is part of it right here too, right? This guidelines. I will say that this probably right here is about as far as I go to humanizing the content, right? So I'm going to show you here. I'm just going to take this prompt, and we're going to run it in ChatGPT 4.0, right? And we're just going to start, paste it in there, and boom, we're going to take off. Now it's going to write in Canvas. Actually, I don't want it to write in Canvas because typically a 2,300 word article is not going to fit in Canvas, but just to show you guys here. So right here, I'm going to read a little bit of this to you just to show you, right? And introduction, humanizing AI writing, the key to natural content. Ever feel like AI generated text just doesn't hit the mark? Sure, it's efficient, but there's something about that robotic tone that screams, this isn't human. As writers, marketers, and content creators, you know that engaging your audience means connecting on a deeper level, something machines often struggle to emulate. The challenge, making AI-generated content sound so natural that it's indistinguishable from a human voice. But why does this matter? Well, aside from boosting engagement and trust, it helps you sidestep AI detection tools that can flag your content. And let's face it, nobody wants their carefully crafted text labeled as machine-made. I'm Dustin Minch, a digital marketing strategist with years of experience helping businesses amplify their online presence. Through my work with SEO and AI tools, I've learned that the art of blending technology with human touch, and today I'm here to share actionable strategies to help you humanize AI writing, bypass detection tools, and create content that resonates. As the great Maya Angelou once said, people will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. Let's bring that sentiment into AI writing. By the end of this guide, you'll have 10 proven tips to transform your AI-generated text into engaging, human-like content. Ready to dive in? Let's get started. Boom. And I'm going to write the next section, right? Understanding AI content detection. So now it's following the prompt, it's following the outline. And so here we go. You can see right here, according to the New York Times, right? And it's going to have you, it's going to link to that article, right? I can't view it because I'm not going to sign in there, but it is external linked to that article, right? So we're going to keep rolling here, and let's see what happens next, right? Boom. And again, part of this process is breaking the text up too, as well. As you can see, I have bulleted list here. Makes the content really engaging, right? And again, it's telling you right here, use descriptive prompts, paraphrasing tools. Let's go to the next one. So again, it talks about, can Google detect AI content? Google's ability to detect AI-generated content is a hot topic among writers and marketers. As well as AI tools become more sophisticated, so does Google's approach to identifying machine-generated text. Understanding how this impacts SEO is crucial for staying ahead of the curve. Natural language understanding, user signals, low engagement, so low engagement metrics like high bounce rates or short time on page. Again, that comes down to just not creating good content that people want to read or engage with, right? Write a shitty article, you could get the same outcome, right? So again, I think it just comes down to just making sure that your content is helpful and well researched. And like I said, with this tool right here, I'm able to quickly analyze a lot of data really fast, get the insights that I need, and put that into an article that a lot of people are going to have a hard time telling whether I used AI or not. I can guarantee you that. I mean, unless you use an AI detection tool, which again, I think is bullshit for the most part. I think they're just out taking people's money. So here it is, brand voice reputation, when to avoid using, sensitive content. So again, it goes back to when to avoid using AI content, right? I mentioned this earlier, sensitive or controversial subjects. When addressing sensitive topics like mental health, diversity, or ethics, anything health related, anything money related that's like gonna affect somebody's finances, I think that those probably you wanna avoid right now. I think that that could change in the future, but I think for the most part, those sensitive subjects that, anything that like a lawyer's going to rank for, or, a large financial service that's well known, you're not going to use AI to compete with them, right? So we're going to go here, boom. And it has right there, download our free guide. Okay. Now the 4 image ideas I can use to through Flux image. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead, take one of these, and I'm gonna go ahead and go over here to replicate, and we're gonna put this all together here in a second. All right, get started, sign in with GitHub, boom. Finally got signed in, okay. So now I'm gonna go to dashboard, go to models. Actually, I'm gonna go to dashboard again, and we're gonna use this Black Forest Labs Flux Dev, right, to generate a blog post image for this. I think every good blog post has to have an image. We're gonna do 4 outputs. Output quality, I'm gonna do 100%, and we're just gonna run it. So basically what I did was I took and just had it analyze this article and come up with 4 different image ideas, right, for this blog post. So now what I'm going to do here while that's running is I'm going to go ahead and use my nifty little plugin here. And there we go. Export to Google Docs. Have it export. Boom. Control V. Paste it in right here. Blow this up. And you can see now I have a really good, well-written piece of content. We're going to get rid of this right here. We're going to go ahead and add in my meta description from my earlier, right? Bold that so my writer knows, or my content guy knows, boom. This is the meta description. Now we're going to go back over here to Black Forest, and we're going to pick one of these to use as a blog post image. This one right here looks pretty freaking cool. So I'm going to copy this image. I'm going to paste it in there like this. Boom. And now I have a blog post that I can publish on my website. And let's check the word count here. 2,800 words. Okay. All right. I like to take it even a step further and run it through Grammarly a little bit. Just go ahead and just fix the correctness at least. And let's go ahead and just check it for plagiarism. Let's check it for AI. We'll go over here. So it says right here, 60% of your text has patterns that resemble AI, right? So you can see right here, this section, all these sections, literally AI, but I'm still gonna publish it, and it's probably still gonna get some clicks and stuff like that. And again, I'm gonna go ahead and publish this up on my website. You guys are gonna be able to go check that out. So if you guys want, there'll be the first blog article going up on the website, and that's really it. That's my complete soup to nuts writing process. I know it got a little bit long-winded, but it's good to see, I think it's important that you guys see what it takes so that it's not misleading. If you have any questions about that, please drop some comments below, and thank you guys so much for watching, and be on the lookout for the next video. We'll see you later.